Hello everyone, in this video I'd like to give you a short introduction to HaiwellHappy Software from Haiwell. And this software is dedicated for PLC programming. So first we have to specify our PLC series and the CPU type of the PLC we're going to use. Below we can specify the autosave interval. Here we can read a short description of selected processor type. In power of preservation section, we can select area of preserved data for 5 different component types like internal data register, auxiliary relays, step relays, timers and counters. So within this data range, our data will be kept even if we power off and on our CPU. Below we can put in some basic product data, and we can also password protect it if we want. Okay, so we create a new project and we create a main block, a main program. We have 3 language we can select: ladder, function block diagram, or instruction list. And we have also an option of password protection of each and every function or each and every program. So we select OK, and here's where where our program lands. So basically we have 3 main tabs: project manager, component, comment, and PLC resources. We focus first on the project manager tab. In programs, we have 3 possible types of programs. Main programs, we have to have of course at least one, but we can create a secondary main program, and then the execution order of these can be changed, modified in this section, so we can move them up and down and they will be executed like listed. Another type of programs are sub-programs, so these programs have to be called in the main programs. So yeah, we can create a sub-program, so type sub. We can also give it some input and output parameters, so we can give it one boolean input, one in out word type, and also one output boolean type. Okay, and yeah, this program will be called only when it's called in the somewhere in the main programs. They can be called based on the input activity or some internal PLC register activities. So it's the same functionality. It just the way they're called is a bit different. In a table section, we have some tables predefined. Haiwell bus read and write table are used when we have PLC to PLC communication and we use Haiwell bus protocol. So here's where we specify the data that we exchange between CPUs. Discrete bit table and discrete register table are these tables are used when we have a need to convert list of random bits to continuous bits or word components. Initial register table is the place where we specify the initial values that we want the tags to get after PLC download. Component use table, this is sort of a cross-reference table when we can see where the specific components have been used. Power of preserved data is what we have specified in the table in the first step. Hardware configuration. By default we get a CPU that we have selected in the first page, but we can of course add some inputs and outputs that are connected to the CPU by just dragging and dropping them in the section here. So different CPU types have different possibility of extension of maximum number of modules that can be added to the CPU. Okay, component comment table is used to specify, that's actually the place where we have all our tags, and by writing them in a specific form, like in this case, we can say x0 as a first input bit, / and start. This will be our first tag, and then we can create a second one is x1 and stop, and also maybe an output x0 run. We can maybe also give auxiliary output m0 like help bit. So now when we see them all components, here we can see how many tags we have specified in the project. PLC resources. In here we have some tabs that are describing our CPU. So PLC resources is it shows us CPU type, how many capacity that this one has, information about all the registers, internal system bits and system registers, interrupt codes, and error codes. It's also important to know that we have an option to generate PLC executable file. By doing this, we can export a project and give it a executable form, which won't be able to open the program and see the content. So this is basically a way to zip or encrypt the file. So when the other person receives the executable file, they will be able to download it to the CPU, but not really look what is inside the project. Okay. From the it's also quite important is this remote module option. So if we have the modules that are not connected to the CPU, but they are network connected, they have to be specified in this section here. And this is how we inform the program from where to read the data. So that was the basic introduction to HaiwellHappy software from Haiwell. Thank you and see you in the next video.